everybody, and welcome back to Training Day. Today we're going to talk about something that a lot of people miss in the initial creation of whatever it is that they're going to be training someone to do. Whether it's playing, Dungeons and Dragons or learning how to operate a register, whatever it is, we tend to just kind of jump full forward into the idea of, oh, I have to teach him, I got 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 to teach him. And we kind of forget that they may have prior knowledge already. And that can really ruin your training. In keeping with the idea of beginning at the beginning and keeping it simple, you also want to make sure that the beginning didn't start before you started training. You want to get to know what your trainee already knows about the subject before you start going into more things that they may already know. What can happen at that point is they can get bored, they can stop listening to you, and it can actually frustrate them that you're teaching them things that they already know. One of the most effective methods that I use is I will start by asking them something about just, have you ever done this before? What's your background in it? And normally you'll get a 2 or 3 second spiel about it where they'll say, oh, I did this, I did that. And it doesn't really give you a whole lot of insight into what they already know. I kind of combine the two ideas of making it relatable and having them teach it back to me by asking them questions about other things that are similar to it. Like, for example, if I was teaching someone how to play Small World, the first question I would probably ask, well, hey, how many board games have you played? Do you play board games much? And they'd probably say, oh yeah, I have played board games. Oh really? What's your favorite board game? Oh, blah, 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 blah. I'm really not finding out how much they know about Small World or anything like it. I'm just finding out that they have other board games that they've played before. So then I'll take it a little bit different and go, oh, have you ever played Risk? Oh yeah, I've played Risk. Me and my family used to blah, 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 blah. Now I'm getting into a subject that's actually relatable to Small World. They're both about world conquest, just a little bit different aspects. And so I can talk to them and go, okay, well, what was your favorite aspect about it? What were the things that you remember playing about it? Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? And from that point on, not only do I have something to relate it to, but they're also going to tell me information that they wouldn't tell me when I'm asking them something like, well, have you ever played Small World before? Well, no. Okay, well, Small World is a world conquest game, and then I'm going to go into all this explanation that they technically already understand because they've already played a different type of world conquest game, and that can make people lose interest very, very quickly. Now, the other aspect of this is once you find out about how much knowledge they already have, that's going to change your training. If you don't find that out until you're actually doing the training, then you have to basically change your training on the fly, which is very difficult. So another thing, when you're preparing, which is always a good idea, you should always prepare before you do any sort of training or teaching exercises. When you're preparing, come up with contingency plans. Well, what happens if they already know this? Well, then I can change this and this and this and this, and we can still get going. One of the most difficult things in the world is to try and think on your feet if you're not very good at it. And some people are fantastic at it. I love improv, and I love thinking on my feet and coming up with suggestions and ideas on the fly. Some people don't. Some people really have large issues doing that. So the best advice I can give you is expect that you are going to be teaching this to both people that have no idea about anything about that specific subject and people who have a great, large knowledge base about that specific subject, and then basically plan accordingly and see where those two worlds can merge. That way, if you have someone that has no idea, never played a board game before, never done anything like that, you can teach them Small World. And if you have someone who is a board game aficionado and has played many other games like it, you can teach them Small World. And you don't have to worry so much about the idea of, do they know this, don't they know this, are they going to get annoyed, are they going to get bored, are they not going to like the game because of the training experience. And that's one of the most difficult things to deal with, is the idea that because the training went poorly, you've just turned somebody off to something that they could have really had a lot of fun with. That's it for me this week. It's a little bit shorter this week, but I want to let you guys know, in 2 weeks, I am going to be starting a 5-episode series on training a friend of mine how to be a dungeon master. It's going to be really cool. I have another person that's going to be doing it with me. It's going to be a lot of fun. So remember, if you guys do like this, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We really enjoy doing that. And also, let me know what you guys think about the training things I've talked about so far, things that you want me to talk about again in the future. Let me know all of those right down in the comments. So again, that's all for me this week, and I will see you at the next training session. Bye.